Hey guys, how is everyone? I'm back now. Oh no. Anybody out there? Ain't nobody watching right now. How do you know the farm that you're on? Uh, well, they should, if they're subscribed, they should get the notification of themselves. Hey, Ruthie. Thanks. Thanks, Jesus loves you. I thought maybe after my live stream we'd go raid Beyond Beauty 3. She comes on at 6 o'clock. Beyond Beauty 3 comes on at 6 o'clock. So I thought we'd go raid Beyond Beauty 3 at 6. If anyone knows how to post the link to Beyond Beauty 3 when it comes closer to the time, thought we'd go raid Beyond Beauty 3 at 6. I sent out the link there if anybody wants to come up on panel. Beyond Beauty 3 is going to have, I will know more when I start in August the 7th, on August the 17th. Hey, Carla.
What's up?
How are you? Hey, there's Carla. Yeah, hey, Carla.
Hey, Pawpaw.
How you doing, honey?
I'm chilling. How are you?
I'm going up. Oh, hang on a minute.
I'm chilling. How
I got feedback. Got feedback. Hang on.
are you?
Hot down there? Is it hot down there? He said.
A little. Yeah, we had a lot of rain today, so it's cooled it off a little bit, but it is very humid and steamy.
I tell you, it's hard to whiz bang firecracker up here. It's like 90. It's like 98, 95 here.
Ugh. It's about 88 right now.
They said
It's
it was
just high
supposed to
humidity.
rain, but I don't think it's going to make it today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
daylight.
There we go. Did you have a quiet night? Did you have a quiet night?
Not even close. Are you guys feeling better?
Yeah, I am. I think it was where I had ate them wasabi nuts, and they just didn't agree with
Well,
me.
did you eat a whole can?
No, I didn't eat a whole can. They just half of it or more. About maybe half, and
Oh, good Lord.
but it was that same night that I had that. It was that same night. It was that same night I had that green tomato sandwich, and I was on live with y'all.
Kenneth.
And I had the green tomato and mustard and hot sauce sandwich.
Good God. Sounds like you needed a chaser of Pepto Bismol.
Well, it did not. Well, they said it was probably something I had ate, and the doctor said, yeah, it probably is, and it did not. Um, it did not. It did not agree with me. That's for sure.
Okay, Kenneth, I'm going to give you a little piece of advice. Stop eating like a pregnant woman.
We actually thought we got worried. Thought the shunt might quit again. I thought that my shunt had quit working again.
Ooh.
And that I was filling up with fluid again.
Uh-oh.
But no change there. They did a CT scan of my head, and everything's normal there. So,
Honey, nothing's going normal in your head. You're a Tennessee fan. That's not normal. Yeah,
But
John's neurologist, he had to have an MRI of his brain and his neck a couple years ago.
yeah.
And his neurologist has such a sense of humor. I just love this man. He comes in and he goes, well, we have verified you do have a brain, and sometimes it's working. So you can't use that as an excuse. I was like, all right.
Didn't you say the other day he had to go to the doctor again the other day?
Yeah, he had to have an MRI of his lower back and his knee. MS sucks. I'm just going to say it. MS sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, Kenneth, yours is cerebral palsy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see a neurologist or just a standard doctor?
Just a standard doctor. Just standard right now.
You know, that surprises me that you don't have a neurologist. Huh.
Well, Dr. Dulabon was the one that did the surgery on my shunt, and he did that about 6-7 years ago. And he told me, he said, everything looks so good on you and stuff. He said, you don't have to come back to me no more unless you start having issues.
Wow. Well, if you ever do have to go to a neurologist up there, I'm going to highly recommend a doctor called Dr. Kershaw. He is wonderful. You can't ask for a better neurologist up there. He's fabulous.
Oh, hey, Nathan.
Hey, Nathan.
Until about 3 or 4 years ago, he was with the.
I was with Dr. Ken Smith with Blue Ridge Neuroscience.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was talking about the hospital, Kenny.
You talking about Shriners?
Shriners.
Yeah,
Right.
I was with them
He
for a
was
while.
with Shriners from the time he was like 4 years old till he turned 18 or 19.
Yeah, don't they stop treating people after a certain age and then you have
Yeah.
to go to another? Yeah.
It depends on the thing. Uh, some patients they keep till they're 21.
Okay.
Like if they have
But they also,
spinal cord injuries and stuff like
but they've
that.
also said that they've went as far as they could with me anyhow. So,
Right.
the rest of it was up to me.
I'm getting ready to shoot this damn dog behind us. I swear. Shut up, Tank! Goddamn dog, you are the poster child for animal abuse. Ooh. I'd like to hang you and beat you like a pinata, you little shit.
Is he, barking at your frogs or what?
What's he barking at? Just randomly barking?
Just barking for the hell of barking. He barks at everything, and I'm so tired of it.
Oh.
He never shuts up.
Oh my goodness.
And he's always outside. He's never inside. And he yaps at everything. And it's like, oh, God, do you ever just end?
That's the reason why I can't leave my dog out all the time, because she would be doing the same thing.
Pretty much, yeah. First, if something moved or anything.
We had piglets over here in our yard.
Yeah.
And she would have went nuts if she'd seen them.
Yeah, Lily tried to fuss at our big, and poor little Bacon, he wandered around doing his thing, and she walked up to him and nipped him on the hock, and he turned around and he took his nose and he bumped her and rolled her across the yard, and she was like, what the heck was that all about? She didn't mess with him ever since.
Oh, goodness.
She just followed around behind him and watched him, but she wouldn't get near him again.
I went to the store yesterday, and I got something, and it made me think of you.
Who, me?
Yeah, he got something.
And
Hey,
I was hoping
Kendra.
I'd get a chance to ask you about it. But have you ever had pork jowl bacon?
Ooh, yes. Hello, yum. Good stuff.
Well, now I've had the pork jowls like you put into a pot and cook with beans and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But I've never had the sliced pork jowl bacon before. And
Have you
I
tried
wasn't
it yet?
sure.
Techno says, yeah, he's tried it.
I wasn't sure if that was as good as
Feel pretty good
pork jowl
right now.
Hey,
So
Kendra.
I was going to try to fix Kenny some tomorrow. I was going to try to fix him some eggs and then that bacon. and see how
It's good with
everybody
eggs,
likes it.
Is it
but
good?
honestly, the
Is it?
best way to have it, fry it up to where it's good and crispy, and put it on a sandwich with some lettuce and tomato. Hello.
Oh, okay. Well, I wondered about that because I thought maybe I'd take about half of it,
Put it in
put it
some.
in beans,
Put it in
that
some
way,
beans, like
in
soup
some
beans. Put it in.
I don't think it's that good in soup beans. I mean, some people like it. I don't. I prefer regular bacon or some like
I'm not a
fatback
big.
in my bacon in my
I'm not a
beans.
big fan. I'm not a big fan of mayo. Yeah, I'm more.
Oh, Kenneth.
I'm more of a mustard eater. Mustard and hot sauce, and also ketchup.
Child. Mm, mm. But yeah, the jowl bacon is really a whole lot better if it's fried up crisp.
Okay.
It's really kind of, I don't know. It has this weird texture to it when you put it in beans. I don't like it as much. It's kind of slimy.
Yeah.
But fried up crisp on a good tomato sandwich, oh yeah, that's what's up.
All right. That was the other thing. I wasn't sure exactly how crisp I should get it.
Yeah. You just cook it up like regular bacon.
Oh, okay.
It's good. Oh yeah, you gotta have the mayo, man.
Yeah.
This will be the first time we try it.
The only way I'll eat mayo is in like macaroni salad or something like that. But other than that, you won't touch it with a 10-foot pole. I don't even like the smell of mayonnaise.
Oh, Kenneth, I'm telling you now, look over that it's mayo. Put a little bit on your sandwich with the bacon and lettuce tomato. I'm telling you what, it is a flavor profile that you will love. It is so good. It really does add to the flavor of the bacon and tomato. Just trust me.
I'm
Just try it once.
I'm not
Just
even
try it.
I'm not even going to go after it.
Just try it. I promise you'll love it. You won't notice that it's mayo. It adds flavor. Just trust me. Just try it.
And actually, if I eat too much mayo, it makes me sick anyhow. So, yeah.
Well, you're not putting a whole cup on there, just a little bit.
Yeah.
But now I can lace something with mustard and go to town on it. Mustard and hot sauce, I'm good.
Oh, I love my mustard. Don't get me wrong, but there's something about the mayo with the salt of the bacon and the sweetness of the tomato. I'm telling you now, just trust me. Just try it. And you got to put a little bit of pepper on there.
Oh
A little bit of pepper.
He's willing to give something a try one time. I may.
Don't make me come up there. Don't make me come up there.
I may try him on that sandwich a little bit and just put just a touch of it on there, so he can give it a try and see how he likes it.
That's right.
But
Kendra, I am so not touching that one. Nope.
Why don't you come up here, Kendra?
Do I?
I'm so not touching that one.
Kendra says that she's a techno. She's telling techno that he's the male version of Kendra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm so not touching that.
I'll say that one too.
Oh, techno.
Ugh. I hope this rain calms down for a couple more hours so I can mow.
Yeah, well, that's what um, I'm kind of hoping it doesn't rain here so I can get my transmission serviced on the truck at least, hopefully.
I love living here in Florida, but I
Mm-hmm.
cannot win. It's either too dry and my yard gets crunchy, or it's raining all the time and I can't mow the yard and it looks like a jungle. It's like, okay, pick one. Can we just have a nice little medium?
Yeah. Well, I've
That's the only thing about being down there. Y'all have almost as much rain as Seattle, if not more. I really
Oh, I know, right?
I can't determine which one of it's got it worse.
And see, summer is our rainy season. And I mean, it rains almost every day here in the summer. And it's like, dude, can I mow my yard? Just give me a break. But at least it drains fast because our soil is like sand. So it drains fast. It's just, well, by the time the yard dries out and I get ready to mow, it's like, oh, guess what? We're going to rain again.
Oh,
Damn it.
yeah. Have you got a pretty good sized yard?
Yeah, it's decent. I mean, it's not the 20 acres we had, but I mean, it's all
Oh,
right.
oh. That's
I went to 4th of July cookout last night at our church. Hey, Kendra,
Hello, how are you? Hello, Carla.
doing good.
There's my little sister.
How are you? Your sister's hungover so bad. If you guys talked about mayo one more time, I swear I was gonna bark.
Oh no.
You don't like mayo either?
No, I like mayo, but I'm hungover, and it's making me. The thought of mayo is making me gaggy.
Okay, Kendra, I'm going to do a test here. How hungover are you? If you were to go eat a pound of butter, would you be sick?
Oh my God, Carla, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh yeah, you're hungover. Just the mention
Oh,
of eating butter makes everybody go, yep,
oh my
you're
God.
Oh,
hungover.
I love butter on my baked potatoes.
Oh, shut up,
Oh, I love
Kenneth.
butter too, Kenneth, but when you're drunk or hungover, it don't sound good anymore.
Uh-uh. I never drink. I think the last time I got like a buzz on was probably when I was in Tennessee. I got a little buzz on doing the moonshine taste testing there. I think that was the last time I got a buzz on, and I got buzz last night to the point where I was going, where are the Roman candles? I need a Roman candle. And they were like, hide the fireworks. They
Oh
wouldn't let
God.
they wouldn't let me touch anything. I'm like, I can do it. They're like, no, you can't. I'm like, it needs to be filmed for my friends. I remember saying that. I go, I need to film it for my friends. They need to see. They were like, no, you are not lighting anything out of your ass, Kevin. No, you're not doing it.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Sounds
It's
like
probably a
you
Well,
good
it sounded like a war zone here last night.
oh
It was crazy.
here too. They did a they took a video from over the Boston skyline. It was like one of the I think it was from the Prudential building. It's like the tallest building in Boston. They did like a you could see probably all the way to Gloucester from Boston, but there was fireworks going off, I swear, in every single neighborhood. Like consecutively, like one after another after another after. They were just going off everywhere. And in my neighborhood, like probably for 5 miles are surrounding me, that's all they were doing all night long till about 2 a.m. Just constantly boom, boom,
Oh,
boom, boom. It sounded,
same
it was
here.
crazy.
That's the way
Well,
they do
you see
here.
the house behind us. Can you see the roof of the house behind us?
Yes.
Yes.
Last night, the smoke was so thick, we could not see that
It's
roof.
getting ready to storm here.
Oh,
Was it
jeez.
thunder or was that a bomb going off?
That was thunder, man.
I guess I better go let June Blue in, hadn't I?
You better go let the tubes in.
Go let Toots in. I love it. Don't be careful. Don't let her knock you over.
Well, hey,
What?
don't let her knock you over, she said.
She is about knocked me over all the time.
Hey, Carla.
Now,
So
Yeah,
I mean,
How long do these marks last for from the sting from the jellyfish?
the marks can last for weeks.
Okay.
I have a couple of scars on my legs from like 12, 15 years ago.
Oh, don't say that, because I have like literally like 30 lines like on the top of my thigh, on the inside of my thigh, the back of my thigh, like all around, because the tentacles were literally wrapped right around my thigh from my knee all the way up, and it stopped right before my groin. Thank God.
Okay, one, I'm going to ask you if you wouldn't mind send me a picture, and I can kind of help you out with that. But two, how long was the jellyfish stuck on you?
Probably
and how long was it?
A little over a minute, maybe not even. From the time that I felt something on my leg, I thought it was like that red algae, like that red tide is what I
Yeah.
thought it was, like, caught up in algae. And then I started to feel the sting, and I ran out of the water. The minute I got out of the water, I flopped on the beach and started yelling and crying for someone to urinate on me. I'm laying there, I'm going, please. Tyler, if you saw me, I was so dramatic. I
Okay.
flopped on the beach, and I was crying. I'm going, please pee on me, please. I don't care. Somebody pee on me. And my friend is like, Kendra, I'm not peeing on you. I go, if I'm your best friend and you love me, you will pee on me right now.
Yeah.
And then the lifeguard came over and was like holding in his laugh. He's like, nobody has to pee on her. He's like, pack up, go home, and put vinegar on it.
Yes.
So that's
So how long?
I fell there, didn't you?
So probably not even like a minute, because the guy came over with a towel and ripped it off of me.
Okay. So it was still stuck to you when you got out of the water.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. My next question.
Wrapped around my legs. You got to pull all the tentacles off of the towel.
Was it a lion mane?
It was a lion mane. Yes. It was all like, it was like a brownish copper color.
Okay. My next question is, how long from getting stung to getting treatment was it?
Probably 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Okay. So you got the jellyfish off, and then within 10 minutes you had vinegar on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep it clean. Wash it 2 or 3 times a day, and use coconut oil.
Okay. Because it just looks like it now. It kind of looks like it's turning into like bruises. It looks like it's just like red lines. Like, because at first it was all welted. They were like lines, and it was all like welted. Then I put the ice on it and the vinegar, and then I put more ice on it, and the welting went down. Then it was just the red lines, and now the red lines are starting to fade. But now it looks like I kind of have bruises, like I was whipped.
Okay.
Okay.
2 things. Do you have any Benadryl?
Yes, I do. I still have the prescription Benadryl from when I went to the hospital.
And do you have any Epsom salts?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Soak for about 30 minutes in Epsom salts, because if there's any barbs or spines still left, they are still releasing neurotoxins. Epsom salts will help draw those out. And take Benadryl.
Okay, I think I might have some in the back of my thigh because every now and then I feel like stinging still, like a burning still.
Yeah.
All
You'll
right.
want to get that out with the Epsom salts.
Okay.
And if you have somebody that can like run their fingers over the marks and feel for any little, it'll feel kind of like little bitty cactus hairs, and see if they can get those out, if there's any in there.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
You can,
Ooh, I heard that.
yeah, you can like duct tape and
Yeah.
put on it and slowly pull. It'll help pull those little stingers out.
Okay. All right, that's good to know because I was like, how long do these marks last for cry? I thought they would be gone like the next day, but nope.
Oh yeah, no,
they were making fun of me last night.
Get in here, girl.
Yeah, they suck. They really do. And line main, they're no joke. Those little things are mean.
Oh, Carla, like when I tell you,
Yeah.
I've never felt. I really thought I was gonna die because I thought it was because I remember like 2 days before I had come across an article like in my town that there was like a warning that the I don't know, the people, like not the aquarium people, but the marine life people, they put out a warning about these lion mins. Usually they're more up north, I guess, and for some reason they're not common like in our area. But for some reason,
right.
What's her? You dumb dog.
Oh, we lost Kendra.
Uh-oh.
It says device is not connected on her.
Huh.
I thought you wanted to get her a new phone.
No, that's not happened.
Oh, me what? Oh, God.
Shut up, Tank. Oh my God, this dog.
Sounds like he needs a tranquilizer.
Yeah, it's called an AR-15.
Or one of them shock collars.
It's called a 12 gauge.
So how's your day been?
It's been good. I actually braved the grocery store. That was fun. Ugh. Can I just say, I don't like people anymore. They suck.
Don't what?
People suck.
Oh.
Yeah. I know a lot of people, they've been doing that online shopping, but I'm one that don't like to, if I can't see or feel or touch what I'm getting, then I don't usually buy it.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way. I don't like people shopping for me. I mean, I've used the delivery before and it's okay, but I prefer to do it myself. Although anymore, I'm starting to go, yeah, no, let's just do online. Ugh.
Hey, lucky dog, how are you?
The thing about that is anymore.
Hey, lucky dog.
Whoa.
I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay on here because the power might even go out.
Uh-oh.
It's
Kimber
not been
said give her 10 minutes.
I can't tell for sure which direction it's coming from, where it all looks.
And so if I jump, it's because it's
Close to the ground.
hey, yeah, and it scares me half to death.
Shut up.
Oh, not much. What's going on? Shifting currents. Yeah, loud noises. They just tear me up.
Have you always been that way?
Yeah.
We
They.
got caught. We got caught in a storm one time when he was about 2 years old, and I was bringing him home from a doctor's visit, and all of a sudden the skies turned black, and we knew he had to be careful about loud noises and stuff because of his heart and all that stuff, you know,
Right.
and things. And so anyway, I was bringing him home from a doctor's visit, and we got here about 4 blocks from the house down here on Rock Springs Road.
Yeah.
Just before you get to the crossover bridge at on 26 here, you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
We got right there, and just as we come out from underneath that bridge, a big old thunderbolt hit, and lightning hit on both sides of the van, both sides of the vehicle,
Oh, geez.
and Kenny Kenny went to jumping and jerking and everything, and I thought he was going to die right there. I thought
Oh,
he was going to have a heart attack, but he finally got calmed down enough. His hands went up to his ears, and he cried the rest of the way home. We had to sit out in the rain for about a half hour before it calmed down enough I could get him in the house.
oh, poor little guy.
And
You're talking about the bridge that's right by the gas station by Hobbs Trailer Park, right?
yeah,
Yep. I know what you're talking about.
yeah, and he has been like that ever since. Every time it starts, he'll hear thunder. I can't even hear it. And he'll hear thunder from 20, 40 miles away somehow. And he'll know.
Wow.
And when it's coming, he'll have his hands over his ears and everything, you know.
I can't even stand.
When it's storming like this, and he goes to bed, that went, and
Oh, gosh.
goes it gets like this, and he'll have to go to sleep, and he'll sleep with his hands over his ears until he gets calmed down enough to where he can relax and sleep.
Okay. Kenneth, I am going to look in some of my boxes because I've still got a bunch of totes and stuff that we have in our den from the storage building that collapsed.
Yeah.
But I'm going to look in my totes and I'm going to find because I've got some, they're basically like headphones, but they're for shooters.
Yeah.
And they're sound counseling. So when I find them, I'm going to send you a pair of them. You won't hear the thunder anymore.
That'll be nice.
That'll be good.
Cause we tried,
they're good.
We tried earplugs and everything.
I've tried earplugs and everything, and nothing has helped.
Okay, I'll send you these because they're for sound counseling for when you're shooting.
Yeah.
And it'll help.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like what they use on the range.
Yep.
Like what they use on the
Like what they use on the range when they're practicing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I'll send you a pair of those because I can shoot my 12 gauge and it's like boom. That's all you hear is boom. I mean, you don't really hear anything.
But I can't stand fireworks, anything like that. Shotguns, anything.
Oh yeah, then you'll love these because you can put these on and shoot a 12 gauge and you won't have a problem. You won't hear it.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
What was we getting ready to have for supper, Kenny?
I
What kind of sandwich?
think it was going to have a pot of meat sandwich.
Oh, pardon me.
Blah, blah. You'll eat that, but you won't eat mayo? What's wrong with you?
I'll eat that. I'll eat pot of meat and mustard and hot sauce.
You'll eat that, but you won't eat mayo on a bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwich.
No,
What's wrong with
no.
you?
I don't even eat mayo on my regular hamburgers. All I eat is mustard and ketchup and tomato, lettuce, pickle, onion, and jalapenos.
But you won't eat mayo. What is wrong with you?
What you scared of, girl? Well, she's laying over here crawling under my feet trying to hide.
No.
Even my dog's scared of it. She's scared of a broom.
Of a broom?
A broom, mop, vacuum cleaner. You don't even.
Lily attacks mine.
You just move the vacuum cleaner, and she's scared to death of it.
See, Lily's not scared of them. She tries to beat them up. I have to put her in another room when I'm sweeping or mopping. She attacks them.
Oh, this one, she crawls away and hides.
Yeah, that's the only time I'll eat. That's the only time I'll eat mayo is in deviled eggs, or I'll eat coleslaw, or potato salad. But I like more mustard in my potato salad than I do mayo. And I'll eat it in egg salad. I'll eat it in egg salad, but I will not. I like more. There again, I like more mustard than I do mayo.
Goodness. I don't know what to do with you. Man, I wish I could remember what I did with those earmuffs for shooting. I'll look for those tonight, see if I can't find them. I have a feeling I know where they're at.
Yeah. Yeah, I've tried every which way, everything, and nothing has helped. Not in that form anyway.
Well, I'll definitely send you these to try because I think they'll help a lot.
We've got a what, Dad?
I was going to tell her we've got a cousin that he's been trying to get him out of it.
He been trying to get me out of the jumping or whatever.
On the loud noises.
On loud noises and stuff.
We've told him for the last 20 some years that Kenneth has to be careful about real loud noises and stuff and getting surprised like that because it causes heart to stop. And he just refuses to believe.
He just refuses.
Anything like that happens. So every now and then,
I'll just be sitting there minding my own business, and all of a sudden he'll just all of a sudden grab me or something, make me jump.
Grab and yell and jerk
Yeah.
and stuff.
Huh.
And then he says, "What'd you jump for?"
And we've tried to tell him, but he's one of these that's in denial.
He's one of these that's in denial,
And
Uh-huh.
and
he doesn't think anything can happen.
he don't think anything can happen or whatnot.
If it does,
He,
there's
uh,
something that Kenny's done, not somebody else has done.
yeah.
You know?
Oh God.
God.
Oh, Scott. Scott. He just he had
Oh, Lord.
a panic attack. He said he remembered he left the stream running, but couldn't remember if I was on panel. He said my clean clothes are in here. He said I was afraid I was going to walk in here naked with the cam on.
Oh, how funny.
You talk about a stream that would go viral.
Oh, Scott, you're being a cam boy. Welcome back, Kendra.
Welcome back, Kendra.
Who was that that almost walked in there without his clothes on?
That was Techno Hillbilly Scott.
He's going to do a cam show for us.
See, he left the chat on while he went to take a shower.
I heard that. But he's got him up this video on.
Well,
Hey, you good?
he's not on panel, but he's in the chat.
Right.
He left it
Scott,
on.
you could. You can very easily do it. You're a good looking fella. You can do it. Of course, you'd probably start laughing too hard, but you know, hey, that's the thing.
But the funny thing is, I can stand like straight pipe mufflers and stuff like that, and things like that. But it's just certain noises that just don't.
Like the big sudden booms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I have straight pipe mufflers. They drive me crazy. I hate them.
Well, I told Kid, I said since we use straight pipe and everything, and all, you know, and all our vehicles have always been kind of loud, and he knows that they're going to be loud, so he's not afraid of them. Except when somebody,
All of a sudden,
if he's walking in front of a vehicle,
and somebody
does it just as a joke,
just to
be funny,
just to be funny to make me jump, then yeah.
Then it kind of scares him.
Mm.
Yeah, then it kind of scares me. But
Yeah.
Or if they backfire all of a sudden, that would bug you.
Yeah.
Huh.
We had a motorcycle run beside of us Friday when I was taking him to the hospital. And that was the loudest thing. It sounded like 10 shotguns going off at one time.
Ugh.
When that guy revved it up, when he got right next to us. And Kenny almost jumped from his side of the seat to mine.
I almost
Oh,
jumped.
wow.
Yeah.
You know, and I about jumped out the door.
He about jumped out. He about jumped
Yeah,
out.
I hate it when they do that. we have bike week down here in Daytona, and oh my God, it's like seriously. I've had Harleys, and I've never had the desire to have mine so loud and obnoxious.
Yeah.
Both of mine were pretty
Well,
quiet.
now I like it loud enough to where you'll
You
people
know they're coming.
you know they're coming.
See, I don't. I don't
See,
like them loud.
But they, yeah, that guy, he about scared both of us.
yeah,
Kenny looks over at me like, what happened?
yeah,
That motorcycle.
but they it's my cousin, like Dad was saying, my cousin, he would get a thrill out of revving that truck up.
That big old motor on it and stuff.
Yeah, he'd get and
And he had one of them, old hoogle horns, you know what I'm talking about?
he had one of them. He had one of them train horns, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he liked to blow that when Kenny walked out in front of the truck too. Or if they were
And you never knew when he was going to do it.
if they were working on it.
If they were working on it, he'd get a
There
thrill.
comes the rain. There we go. Okay, now let's see what the message is here.
Yeah.
Hey, Scott, did you go to the bike week in Daytona, or was it Myrtle Beach?
We can't. For some reason, Kendra can't hear you.
Thunderstorm warning.
Okay.
Plain counties. 4 areas. Knox, Jefferson, Sevier, and 416.
Oh yeah, Daytona's definitely interesting. If you want an interesting bike week, though, I am telling you now, Sturgis. I had never seen so many saggy boobs, butts, and balls as I did at Sturgis. Oh my God!
That's where a lot of them. Well, a lot of my wrestling friends that ride motors go to up there every year.
Scott, I'm gonna tell you now, you are gonna see more boobs, butts, and balls that should never be naked.
Oh, Lord.
See, here we got
At
two
Sturgis.
kids. What? We got two kids.
I've got baloney over here for me.
Oh, I didn't know you had baloney.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You want baloney? Would you rather have baloney?
I didn't know we had baloney.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go to Sturgis this year since Antifa's swearing they're going to go raid it. I want to see that happen.
Did we eat all
Who's going to go where?
Who's going to go where?
Antifa's saying that they're going to go and invade Sturgis bike rally. I would love to see that. Be like, you are messing with the wrong group of rednecks up there.
Yeah.
And the doctors and stuff have also told me, said that's also me being scared of like loud noise and stuff like that. They also said that was also part of my condition too, didn't it, Dad?
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me. You're not the first I've known with cerebral palsy that had the same issue.
Yeah. Well, I told kids, I said, well, he's been lucky because there's some that's really a lot worse. You know?
Yeah.
Because I know a couple around here that had it and ended up being paraplegic.
Oh gosh.
And my cousin, that's closer to my age that we grew up together with.
No.
he had a real bad speech impediment. And
Oh, wow.
he had to go to a, you know where that, well, I can't think of the name of it. You're from around here. So you know across the street from Robbinsville where they had that special school?
Yeah.
He went there until he got into high school. And
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think what it's called.
Is this open or?
No, I just got it. The other one's gone. So, and he went there, and he had a little girlfriend, and she only had something to do with him because of her conditions. And
Right.
she couldn't speak or anything, and she was paraplegic, and she had cerebral palsy and a couple other mishaps on her, and everything. But he was real good friend. He used to go to her house, and he learned how to play the accordion.
No.
To play the accordion for her and stuff, and they get together for like birthday party and stuff like that, and things. And she really enjoyed his company and stuff. But she passed away, I think, when she turned about 15.
No.
Yeah, about 15 or 16. But Lord have mercy. And and stuff. And then Kenny, he went to school with a little girl that
What
she
did I do with the boy?
defeated to the dog.
Oh man, I know I lost it here somewhere.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, you got it.
He went to school with a little girl, and she she didn't have bottom half at all.
Oh, wow.
She didn't. She lost hers in like I think a house fire or something. She
Oh, gosh.
lost her
But
legs
she wasn't able to
and
speak
lost.
or I don't was she able to see? I can't remember.
Yeah, she could see.
But uh, she could raise her hands a little bit when she'd see Kenny, and she'd smile a little bit.
All right, Scott.
But otherwise, she really didn't have nothing to do with too many other people.
And
Well,
everybody.
okay. I'm going to ask a kind of a personal question, and you don't have to answer here. If you want to send me a Facebook message about it, you can. That's cool. But the reason I'm asking is with John's MS, he's got some incontinence issues. So he has diapers and pull-ups for nighttime. And he's got some that he can't wear and can't use because they just don't work for him.
Right.
So if you use them, let me know because I can send you these and you can have them because he can't use them.
Yeah.
But
Well,
they're
we've got
medium.
we've got some and had some, but they told him that it'd be better if he just didn't try because he had no control
Uh-huh.
at all. And I mean, he could have an accident right now, and
Right.
he would sit here for the next 5 or 6 hours and not know it until he got up to go to the bathroom for the other side
Right.
and stuff, and then he goes in and we clean him up and he takes a shower and stuff like that. We keep his clothes clean and stuff.
Right.
Um, for 12 years, he was not able to have a BM.
Oh gosh.
In the normal way,
Right.
and because because of this, and even today, he still can't tell you if he has one or not until he goes to the bathroom to get ready to take a shower or whatever,
Right.
and things like that, and stuff. But no, we've tried all that stuff and it didn't work. And
Okay.
uh, from about the time he was 12, from the time he was like 12 or so, he'd been on
I actually had
medicine.
issues. I had actually had issues to where I could not feel whether I had to do number one or not.
Yeah, but he
Oh
got
gosh.
over that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens to John sometimes. He can't really tell.
Yeah.
And like sometimes he gets the urge to go to the bathroom, and then on the way to the bathroom his bladder's like, we're gonna go now, everywhere, and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah. And well, Kitty's is
Yeah,
out. Kitty's is
I didn't
out
know if you could use them or not, and if you could, I was gonna send them to
the
you.
back door.
Well, if you can use them, let me know and I'll send them to you, because I've got like 3 or 4 cases worth of the
Well,
mediums.
I've got 2 cases here where he's never
Or if
been
you
able.
know anybody that can.
Yeah. But he what is it we call it, Kenny? You go
What's that?
the I want to say camouflage, but it's not camouflage.
I don't know.
Commando.
Oh yeah.
He's been commando for ever since he's been in school.
I like going commando too.
And but it's always helped because his age and stuff. They were able to help him, and they
Right.
don't have to fight with the what races and all that stuff. And things. So it's just one of them. It's one of them things we just have to work with and live through. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I get it. I get it.
Uh, I was telling you about that little girl. I don't think.
I also went to school with an autistic boy.
Yeah.
And he was about 22, 23 years old, and he had to have somebody. He wore them big diapers. You could tell when you walked into a bathroom, you knew he'd been in there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was. There was times that I didn't even want to. Or even when I had to go to the bathroom, there's times I didn't even want to have to go in that bathroom after he'd been in there. It was that bad.
And the sad thing is kids are so mean. I bet everybody picked on him.
No,
I can't understand
No,
that.
he can't really. Only thing he could do to you was like make noise or jump up and down, or he couldn't actually
Yeah.
speak to you. Like
all I could do was grunt.
all, all he could do was be.
Oh, I've
And
seen so many kids. Like I went to school with a girl that I can't remember if she had MS or if she had cerebral palsy, but
yeah,
she had issues too, and people made fun of her, and God, that made me so mad.
That was
Oh,
one.
that makes me mad.
That was the one thing about Kenny in all the years that he went to school. He had more people that took care of him than Carter's got liver pills.
Good,
They would
good.
not. They would not. People say anything against him or do anything against him or anything. And the little girls, they would follow him around like
No.
a dog to help him do whatever he needs to do.
Oh, that's nice.
And he
Hey, Johnny.
and his senior class now, his senior class, they went down to Chattanooga for what was that? That
Skills,
thing?
Skills USA.
That Skills USA.
Uh-huh.
They took Kenny with them,
Oh,
and they carried him through the caverns and caves and stuff
Through
down
the
there.
caverns and caves, and I had a ball.
oh,
They
I
carried
really
him,
enjoyed it.
oh, I bet.
stuff, and they picked him up on the mountain up there where the
Excuse me.
um,
Ah,
what do you call them, go-kart pit was and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
they came in there and let him drive his own go-kart.
I didn't get to.
Oh,
I didn't even get to drive my own go.
And we come when he come back, and just before they graduated, the school,
Anybody's welcome to come up here on panel.
the school,
well,
I'm
I'm
not
glad
the,
to hear that
I,
because I've
I'm
seen a
not,
lot of people in your condition that got picked on and tormented, and I don't agree with that.
well, they,
I've gotten in so many fistfights over people picking on somebody with a disability. It's ridiculous.
but
I won't
school,
put up with it.
this walker that he has now, that he's had since he graduated from school, the school got together
and bought
Oh,
it for me.
and bought it for him as a graduation gift.
oh. Well, that's good because I've seen a lot get picked on, and that's
Hey,
one
Kendra.
thing I don't agree with. I won't put up with
Hello.
it.
Neither do I, Kyler. I'm right there with you.
Um,
I will beat the damn it out of somebody for messing with somebody with a disability. I won't put up with that mess.
When I was in high school, a friend of mine was on the spectrum with the autism, and he was in
Hmm.
the resource room, and I had to go to the resource room for because I misbehaved, and you know how they used to mix they would intermix the
Uh-huh.
the kids, and so I would go in, and because I was always talking in class, getting in trouble. But
No.
so from the beginning of high school, like, I took this kid under my wing and protected him because he could talk and everything. He was just This was like before autism was really known about, you know what I mean, like, or talked about per
Right.
se. So people would just say, oh, he was slow or whatever, but he basically was more like had trouble with like social skills as opposed to
yeah.
anything, you know what I mean? So
Right.
I just kind of took him under my wing so nobody would pick on him. And I remember for our junior prom, I was captain of the cheerleading at the time, and I was dating the captain of the football, and we were supposed to go together. And I remember walking down the hallway, and he was asking this really, that my friend that was in classmate was asking this real popular girl to go to prom. And the way she treated him, and she had all her friends with her, she was like, no, why you think I would go with you? And when he ever turned around, the expression on his face, like, I wanted to rip this girl's head off of her shoulders, let me tell you. So I went over, I'm like,
Mm.
what is wrong, Brent? I'm like, are you okay? He was like, well, no. He goes, I've been asking everybody to go to prom and no one will go. I go, well, you haven't asked me yet. And he was like, why would you go? I go, of course I would. So he asked me, and Of course, I said yes. So I called my boyfriend. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I can't go with you. I'm going with Brent. He was like, what are you talking about? I was like, sorry, I can't. So I ended up going to the prom with my friend from the class.
Oh,
Because who was going to say, because I had that attitude, like, who's going to say anything to me? Everyone's like, Kendra, what do you mean you're going with it? Like, aren't you embarrassed? I go, for what? That's my friend. I go, who's going to say something to me? Let somebody try
right?
and say something to me. And I made his
Yeah, one
night.
of my best friends in school had Tourette's, and man, I tell you what, she got so much crap, and it was like, nope,
Well,
I won't play with that.
Best, the the best thing I liked about his graduation was that when he you know how they clap for you when you graduate and stuff.
Yeah,
Yep.
Well, when oh, it tears me up every time I think about it. When,
Oh.
oh,
when Kenneth went across the stage, every
oh,
I
every
love him.
student, every parent, every teacher stood up and clapped.
oh,
Oh. I love Pawpaw.
I know, right?
Yeah, huh?
I just want to fly up to Tennessee and go give him a hug right now.
I know, isn't he the cutest?
Uh,
I know.
it it just tears me up when I think about it, because it makes me
Aw.
happy.
No,
That is so cute. I love
But
him.
I know.
and but it was I thought it was unbelievable.
Oh, see, well,
That is super
but
cool,
who couldn't love Kenneth? I mean, he's so lovable,
right? I know.
so lovable. That's like when my friend had he had a his sister was 2 years younger than him, so his parents rented a hall, and for her 16th birthday and his 18th birthday combo, and he invited everybody in the school, and everyone was like, oh, I'm not going, and I didn't want him to
okay.
have all his sister's friends there and not have any for him. And so I told the whole school, I said, listen, I said,
Hey, Crystal.
I said, I will be dropping some goodies into the punch. I said, and bringing some extra goodies. I said, this is a party you won't want to miss. Let me tell you, I tell you the whole school showed up, the
Nice.
whole school
Wow.
was there at this party, and his parents were like, Kendra, thank you so much. They wrote me this really long letter, and back then I didn't think of it. I'm like, he's my friend. Like, that's just the way I looked at it. He was my friend, and I
Right.
protected him, and I didn't look
Of
at it
course,
like that.
I've
But
had I've had several other
hi,
people have said
Crystal.
that has said that due to me being scared of loud noise and stuff, so I'd never be able to work on cars or anything.
Don't let anybody ever tell you you can't
No.
do anything.
You can do anything you can put your mind to.
That's it. That's right, Carla.
I'm not exactly sure how much dancing he did at the prom.
No, I don't do that.
I see you. I see you cutting it up, Kenneth. I'd get you to cut it up. Trust me.
They took
I'd go to prom with you.
him to a prom, and I know that there was a bunch of girls there with the boys, and they ended up staying with Kenneth the biggest part of the time.
Oh,
Oh,
well, yeah, I'd go to prom with you, Kenneth.
Everybody find out if Kenny got up to do any kind of you know, any
I
kind
don't
of
know.
walking stuff. But I know one year when we went to Chattanooga on a trip,
well, I got to ride a boat.
got to ride a boat and they had a dance there,
Yeah.
and one of the little girls asked him to dance with her, and he danced with her, wasn't the walker, you know.
No.
Uh,
I love it.
and and stuff like that. But you know, he got through some things.
I would actually like to go back to Chattanooga. I
We
really
need to
enjoy
get
it.
you down here and go deep sea fishing.
I'd probably like that too.
He's gonna come see the beach here with me first, and then we'll travel down there.
Heck yeah. We'll make it happen.
I'll have to tie that walker down real good.
I'm telling you, you boys won't return home the same.
Nope.
Can you imagine the two of them with us, Carla?
Oh, good Lord. Whew.
I told them I'd take them to the red light district in Boston.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, my. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Oh.
Poor Kenneth would be so messed up he wouldn't know whether to scratch his watch or wind his butt.
That's funny.
Oh, I love it.
But yeah, I even there was one time last semester, my professor he was showing us something on a motor one time. It was a Ford motor,
Hey, bird.
and
They're
he
pretty.
was
Birdie.
showing us something, and he said, "Now I'm gonna crank this engine," and and I literally.
Yes, Birdie, I know. I'll feel your feeder later.
I
Leave me
literally
alone.
jumped out of my skin that time, and they got all the kids and everything got on. Even the professor, he got a good laugh. He said, "What made you jump?" And I'm like, "Was it?" He said, "Was it the gauge or was it?" We was doing a compression test, and was it the gauge or was it the motor cranking? I said, "It's just the motor cranking." I said, I've done that before, so I'm used to doing it.
I love Kenneth's laugh. It makes my day. I had such
I
a
know,
headache and
right?
hungover earlier, and I feel so much better just listening to him. He cracks me up.
Oh, yeah. He's adorable.
Oh, I told her I want to shrink him and Pawpaw down and keep him in my pocket all day.
Oh, yeah. I could definitely make them into purse pets.
Yep.
Be like, Kenneth, you and Papa can be my chihuahuas.
As my daughter says, cute as a button. Oh, he's a little nug, cute as a button.
Little nuggets.
But yeah, they uh, I literally they got a good laugh at that time I jumped that.
I bet I would have laughed. Not at you, but with you.
Yeah.
I think it just kind of shocked everybody that he jumped.
See, of course, I know that's something you got. It's something you got to do in order to do certain things on a vehicle. You gotta
Right.
crank them up and stuff, and you gotta.
You just weren't expecting it. That's all. That's why you jumped.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I need to clean my AC vent.
I got so mad at my ex one time. I was working on my car and I was putting my transmission fluid in.
Yeah.
And he got behind the wheel and he blew the horn and I jumped and I smacked my head on the hood.
Oh,
Oh, I was ready to beat him. Oh, God. I was like, "Brr."
I can imagine. I can see it now. You got him going now, Carla.
I got
He's
out from
turning.
under my hood
He's
and
going
I
from
walked up
red,
to him and
and
I
the purple
smacked
was
him.
gonna set in a minute. He's going from red, and he goes into shades, and it will get into a purple,
Here it comes.
and then it'll turn into a blue.
I walked up to him and he was laughing. And I said, "You want to honk the horn? Fine." And I smacked him in the back of the head and made his face hit the horn on the steering wheel. It's like, bitch, I ain't playing with you.
I've done that where people have ticked me off in the passenger seat, and you smack them on the side of their head hits the passenger window.
Yep.
I can see a picture of that. I can see a picture of that.
I was like, "You're not funny." Wham!
Or you
Now
brake
that
check
was
them really
funny.
quick, and they go flying into the dashboard.
I can see a picture of that. Somebody did that and somebody lost their pants or something. Oh, God.
I told him, I said, "That wasn't funny." And then I smacked him and his face hit the steering wheel. And then I started laughing. I said, "That part was funny." He's like, "That was mean." I was like, "Well, you asked for it, stupid."
Oh, you guys crack me up. Oh, there he goes. He's going red. He's getting purple in color.
I love his laugh.
I do too.
Kenneth, you make my day.
He's got to breathe. He's got to stretch out. He's got to stretch out and breathe. He can't breathe. Tootie's looking at him like, what the hell is he laughing at?
This is also the same ex that decided he was going to drink and then he was going to steal my car. So I go out there and I knocked my tires so he couldn't drive it. And he was like, "Did you really just knock your own tires?" And I was like, "You think you're going to drive my car drunk? You're crazy."
Oh, that's the story that Joe and Malia were telling us.
Yep. And I made him replace the tires too.
Oh, you are too funny. Hello, Bob. How are you? Did you have a happy 4th?
Hey, Bob.
Oh, Bob just.
Uh-oh, he heard,
bye, Bob.
he heard my voice and he ran.
Who are you talking to now?
My sister wife.
Oh, well, okay.
Hello, hubby.
Hi, sister wife.
Oh, God.
I didn't know the sister wife was in Tennessee.
I'm not. I'm in Boston.
Oh.
This is my Boston sister wife.
Oh, because I thought it was what's his face in Tennessee.
What, Jesse?
No.
Oh, Kenneth? No,
Yeah.
he's not my sister wife.
I thought you were talking about him being your sister wife. What am I thinking?
No, Kendra's my damn Yankee sister wife.
Isn't she the one that has the neurological issues?
Yes.
Kendra.
Yes.
Oh, Lord,
hon.
here we go.
Do me a favor.
Yes.
You say that you don't think that you have MS, but your neurologist says that you do.
Yes, he says I'm in denial.
Okay, here's what I would like for you to do. I would like for you to find out if you have lesions on your brain or spine.
I do. I have 4 lesions in the base of my brain. But the Z scores, the Z scores, the last time I went had shrunken, had gotten a little smaller, and then since then they've stayed the same. They haven't gotten any bigger or smaller. They just stayed stable.
Okay.
Okay, here's what I would like for you to do then. Do some research. Find out what other neurological diseases cause lesions on the brain and present them to your neurologist.
Yep.
Reason why is because if you can prove to him that you do not have MS and that it is some other neurological problem, then he may be able to help you. If, however, you find out that MS fits all of the symptoms that you have, you're gonna have to
Okay. I
unfortunately
understand, Bob.
admit to you have MS.
Right. Well, they want me to be
Lily's
on a
rolling.
preventative. They want me to be on a preventative steroid, but I'm afraid that it's gonna blow me up and give me more problems than I'm having now. Which I only have like maybe 3 or 4 episodes a year, if that. But actually, over the past 2 years, it's even been less. It's only been a couple times a year that I have an episode. So
Lily.
that's why I think that I
You
don't
feel
have
better
it.
after your roly poly?
Well, this is why I'm saying do some research, figure out symptoms, diseases that fit your symptoms,
Yeah.
and present them to your neurologist. Because if you can do that, then you probably might have something else.
Lily,
Right.
look at
If,
your
however,
butt.
none of these diseases fit your symptoms, and MS is the one that fits all of your symptoms, that's what you probably have. Now,
Yeah, I know.
just
They all
because you
tell me I
have
have to bite
MS,
the bullet.
Yes.
well, I was going to say, just because you have MS does not mean that it is going to be symptomatic the way that it affects me, because it affects pretty much everybody uniquely. Because
Right.
it
Well,
does
that's what I
damage
found
to the
because
nervous system uniquely for each person.
right, because a couple of my friends that I know that have it, one stayed very very healthy and exercised all the time, and they lost a significant amount of weight, but they also like kind of look like they were aging quicker. Do you know what I mean? Like their skin and
Yeah.
everything, like their muscles, like kind of, even though they worked out all the time, like how people who run, they get that look to them that run all the
Yeah.
time, they get kind of that like drawn kind of look. Well, that's how she looked, and but she still, she was sore and would have some complications, but not too bad. And then my other friend was in a wheelchair, and then he had all his fillings taken out because he found that the mercury had something to do with, you know, the neurological. They were finding something in the mercury in the fillings, so he had all those taken out and replaced, and he stopped taking the steroids and went on like an
Hey,
herbal
Lily.
type of medication, and he was then able to walk again, but still unsteady, but like could go a good distance before he would have to grab onto something and readjust himself and then do another, kind of like a baby just learning to walk. They go from furniture to furniture,
Right.
Right.
and that's how he was. And then and he was that way for a while. So then I look at these people, I'm like, well, I don't want to go on these steroids and then have it blow me up and then have it something I have to take for the rest of my life if it's only something that's affecting me a few times a year. So that's the way I've always been
Right.
looking at it. And my doctor's like, you're in denial. This is a preventative. It's going to prevent the
Right.
lesions. But the last time I went and they were, got a little bit smaller because they measure them by like Z scores, I guess. And so
Right.
that just shows like how small they are. And he said that a few of them had gotten a little smaller. He's like, so that's a positive thing. He said, but then the last time I went, I guess they were, stable. There was no increase or decrease in the measurements.
Okay. I am going to make a recommendation.
Hello, Lily.
Talk to your neurologist about getting on Limtrota. It stops the progression of lesion growth and things like that. And you take it, there's a 5-day and then a 3-day after a year. So you take 5 days
Hi, Casper.
for once, and then next year you'll take 3 days, and it stops the progression of the lesion growth and neurological damage. So
See, now
definitely talk to him about that.
sounds familiar. I think that he mentioned that because there was there was one he wanted, because I'm awful with taking pills. I'm really bad. Like I'm not consistent. I always forget, and then I'll a couple days will go by and then I'll take it again. And I'm awful,
Right.
even with my thyroid medicine. I'm so bad. So he wanted me to do the shot that you had only a couple times a year.
Uh-huh.
It was some sort of shot. And then I was like, no, because I'm thinking if I had a bad reaction to it, it's already in your system. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that especially if you only need it a couple times a year, it would be months before I'd be able to get it out of my system. So I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I was afraid of that. And there was another one that he wanted, because he said the only time that the MS actually is giving me a problem, it seems, is when he said that there's any type of inflammation in my head, like if I stress out or if I'm really really tired, and the lesions will expand because of this, the vessels, I guess the blood vessels, the swelling of the blood vessels, it would cause the lesions to open up, he said. And that's basically like, he said, if you take jumper cables and touch them, tap them together, he said, and it sparks. He goes,
Right.
it's kind of like what happens in your brain. He said, when the
Right.
lesions expand and open up, he said, the nerves will cross, he said, and that's where, you have trouble walking, my motor skills are off and so on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
well, that sounds almost exactly like MS.
Yep.
Yeah. So he said that's the only time that I have problems, but it only happens like a couple, like I said, it would happen like maybe once for like 2 days, and then it would come on, like I would start to get like achy in my leg, and then I'd wake up the next morning and I wouldn't be able to, really walk. I'd have like noodle legs, like really no control of my muscles in my legs, and it would last for about 2 days. I'd wake up the third day and be perfectly fine, like nothing happened. And that
Right.
would only happen every couple of months, but now it's been only like a couple times a year. So
Right.
I've my theory is, why take a medicine that I'm going to be on for the rest of my life if it's something that only affects me a couple days, couple times a year, you know what I mean? And he's like, and that's
Because
where he
it could get
argues.
worse, though.
And that's where he argues with me. He's like, it's a preventative. You're in denial. Will you stop? He's like, you have to. I'm like, I know. But I have a horrible diet. I don't exercise. I'm so bad. But I'm like, why fix something if it's not broke right now? Like, but that's where they all yell at me and say I'm in denial.
Well, here's what I am trying to come up to, and it sounds exactly like you have MS.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because that is almost exactly how it affected me, and then it got a hell of a lot worse for me.
Now, how long did it take you before it became a real issue for you?
Okay. It started with his vision, and then it went from there to he started having trouble with his hands shaking and his legs not responding. But about 1 year and 4 to 5 months ago, he was still walking.
Yep.
With a lot of assistance, but
He was still walking, but now he's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
But his is also progressive MS, which is vastly different than what you've got.
Right.
Yeah. So,
like mine's almost like asymptomatic, kind of, like, you know what I mean? I mean, other than those couple times a year, it's kind of like, I tell people I have MS, they're like, what? I'm like, I know. I don't think I do either. And they're like, well, no, it affects everybody differently, but.
Right.
Right. And the thing that I would say is this.
And I would also say get a second opinion. Get another neurologist opinion.
Right.
Do some research. Figure out other diseases that might fit your symptoms. Present them to your neurologist and say, could you check for these things too if you have not yet?
Yep. Like they checked for, like, this was when they were trying to figure out in the beginning, they did the scan because they thought maybe I had fluid in the brain that was putting pressure on the pituitary gland and all that, and that wasn't it. And then they thought they tested me for Lyme disease and all that stuff. And then they went through all the different stages to test you for the MS. And they all came
Did they
back
ever do a
that I had it.
spinal?
Yes. But I left the first time they wanted to do the spinal. They left, and all I could think of is when I had my spinal for when I had my C-sections and the pain that I had. And still to this day, my lower back, if you push in that area, it's very tender. So I panicked. So when they left the room for me to change into the gown, I was in the gown. They came in. They said, okay, we'll be right back to get a few things. I got out of the gown, got dressed, and I was out of there. He called me. He's like, listen, I do have your address in your file. He goes, I will come and get you and make you come do this. He goes, you have to come and do this. I'm like, all right. And it took me a good month or two to get back there to get the gall to actually do it. But they finally did do it. And it came back saying that I had the MS. But I don't know. They say I'm in denial, but I don't know. But I am. I do my research. I gotta do it all.
Yeah, John's spinal fluid came back normal.
Yeah, it came back completely clean.
All of his blood tests, all of his markers, all of his spinal, everything came back completely normal. The only evidence he has is the lesions.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. See, mine was the first, the indication was the lesions. Then from there, the blood work, I think, came back okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was something else they did, some sort of scan, and then the spinal, and that both of those came back positive for indications of MS.
Oh, Lily, look at that tongue.
Well, then
look at that tongue,
sounds
Lily.
Exactly like MS. And
yeah.
I cannot personally think of anything that fits the symptoms that you describe and causes lesions.
Yep.
But the thing is that people can have MS progress to a certain point, and then it doesn't go any further.
Yeah.
But there are also people, such as myself,
it just keeps going.
It progresses to a point, and then it continues.
Right. Yep.
Now, if you do have some of this progression that you say it's got to a certain point and then stopped and then gone no further.
That's where I'm at now. It's at a standstill, kind of.
Then that's probably exactly what it is, and that's probably exactly what has happened. It has stalled out.
Yep.
Which is good.
Because MS is basically just a hyperactive immune system.
Yep.
And your immune system has basically just freaked out because it no longer is having to fight off the other things that you would have gotten and dealt with as a kid, and then
now it's attacking your body.
Right. Now that's interesting. Now that's interesting that you say that, because I have alopecia, and I got alopecia started when I was 17, and I fully lost the hair at 19. And that's caused by my immune system attacks the hair follicles and causes the hair to fall out. So that's interesting that you say that about the immune system. That's what MS is. I never heard of that comparison before, which is interesting because it must be something to do with my immune system attacks, because that's what the alopecia, and they really don't know what causes the alopecia. They know how to treat it with the cortisone steroids.
Right.
But they don't know really what the cause is. They say it's, caused by stress, which I think they say basically they use stress for anything that they really don't know the definitive cause of something. They say, oh, it's caused by stress, is the way I look at it. So that's interesting that you mentioned the immune system, because I have the alopecia, which is immune deficiency.
That's so weird. Yeah.
Well, MS is basically just your immune system being not having the things to attack like it did when you were young. and outside playing in the dirt and whatnot.
Right.
And considering that I am of MS patients, I am 1 in 5, give or take.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's probably what you would have to look at is
I gotta start cooking.
Autoimmune diseases that are caused by overactive immune system.
Yeah. Well, thank you for mentioning that. I'm going to have to do the research. I appreciate that. And good luck with everything that you're going through. I keep you in my prayers.
Thank you.
Well,
we're surviving.
That's all we can do, right? Plug along every day.
I try to help my boobie out as much as I can.
She's a good one. She's a keeper.
I try to remind her of that every day.
Aren't you good?
No, not.
He's like, no, I'm not.
Of course, every time we try to get him in and out of the Jeep, he loses his left shoe, and I have to yell at his shoe. It's hilarious.
Jumps off.
I keep telling him I'm going to call him Stitch because Stitch always steals the left shoe.
That's funny.
All right. Now I'm going to leave you alone to hang out with your friends.
It's kind of hot out here, too.
Well, thank you. And, thank you for giving me that info. I appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem. But I'm going to leave you to talk to your friends.
I'm going to come in here a little bit. I got to start cooking anyway.
Okay.
What you getting ready to have good to eat, Carla?
I'm making 2 things. I'm making beef stroganoff for the freezer, and I'm making manwich for dinner.
What time does Joe and Malia go on? 5?
They're not cut. They've already been on. They've already been on.
They were on earlier.
They won't be on. They won't be on until Wednesday midday with Malia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was on earlier doing something with Michael and Becca.
Oh, nice. All right, I'm gonna hop down for a minute. I'm gonna listen in the chat. I just have to go throw laundry and stuff in. I'll be back. I'm gonna be listening though.
Oh, okay.
All right, I love you guys.
I love you.
Love you too.
Love you.
Bye, hun.
Bye.
Bye. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to go soon too. I gotta do that domestic thing. The adulting.
Oh, the domestic thing?
Yeah, grown-up stuff.
Somebody asked the other day if you were a police officer or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, no. Work with them, though.
Yeah.
I guess technically, in a weird sense, yeah, because I work with them. But it's a situation of, like, say you have an active shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Movies and TV call us sharpshooters. That's what the movies and TV call us.
Mm.
But basically, we're tracking recovery.
Mm.
Like if you have somebody that's,
not so much like Dog the Bounty Hunter, but like Papa Thorson.
You like Papa Thorson then, aren't you?
Who?
Papa Thorson?
I have no idea who that is.
Oh, he was, Steve McQueen played him in
Steve McQueen.
He played him in a movie. He
played him.
I may be pronouncing his last name wrong.
He may be pronouncing his last name wrong.
But he was from here in Tennessee.
He's from here in Tennessee.
Yeah, I have no idea. But basically what it is say you have somebody that has, like, either they're an active shooter or, like, think of the nightclub down here in Orlando or the one in Vegas. You have an active shooter or you have a violent criminal that's armed and on the run.
Yeah.
We're the ones that they call.
Well, that was kind of like what Papa did. But back before Steve McQueen passed away, that was one of his last roles. Was playing him in the movies.
Okay.
And but I'm thinking it's Papa Thorson or something like that. Everybody called him Papa.
Everybody always called him Papa.
And he would the ones that he would capture and stuff, and the ones that he would help, they kind of became friends and stuff, and they would help and assist him and stuff, you know. And,
Well, I'm sure you've seen the live like videos and stuff of like riots or things like that, and you see the ones up on the roof.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I do.
Oh, okay.
And like if they're on the run, we track them and chase them down, and we try to use non-lethal.
Right.
But if they have to go lethal, we're licensed to do so.
Hmm. Do you work out of state or just in the state?
I've done out of state,
Hey.
but usually it ends pretty quick down here. But we've dealt with out of state. We've gotten calls to go out of state.
I wasn't sure. I don't know. Well, I don't know what they call them here. The ones that work for the bail bondsmen and stuff.
Basically a bounty hunter.
Oh, okay. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Because we used to have a neighbor down here, and 2 or 3 times where he's missed out on his court appearances or or didn't go to his parole officer or something, you know.
Right.
They would come up here knocking on the door looking for him. And we had
Yep,
some.
that would be similar to what we do. We do that too. It like I said, it's called track and recovery.
Yeah.
Where we track them down and then we try to recover them and bring them in less lethal force. But if they are armed or shoot at us, then we have to take them out lethal.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's understandable.
We tend to use a lot of tear gas or rubber bullets, essentially. But if they fight back with arms, then we have to take them down.
Yeah. Not trying to get your age or nothing, but how long you been doing that?
About, let me think here, 23 years now.
Oh, okay.
Because I used to work with Department of Defense for weapons analysis.
Yeah, well,
And,
didn't you also say that you were a nurse at one time, too?
A what?
Didn't you also do nursing one time?
No, I've got medical education because when we're out in the field, we also do search and rescue for like after hurricanes and things.
Yeah.
So I do have medical certification for that.
Well, I couldn't remember. It seemed like you were talking one night, and I remember you naming some stuff that you'd done. And I couldn't remember. And then there was somebody else that mentioned something about that they were a school teacher at one point, and they went into something else.
Yeah.
And then there was one that went into did nursing, and she went into something else. And I knew that you'd said a while back, you know, that you were talking about you especially when those boys did that bunch of flying they were doing a few weeks ago, and
Mm-hmm.
listening to them, and you're talking about uh, being in that type of business,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I can do pretty much. I can shoot you and then I can heal the wound while I'm in the field to get you to the hospital.
uh, well, that's that sounds halfway fair.
Gets it done.
Yeah, that sounds like it might be kind of a little rough job at times, isn't it?
It can be. It definitely can be. And you get put in timeout when you do have a lethal takedown. You have to go under a 30-day break, and you have to go through a psych evaluation, and you have to see a counselor for 30 days and things like that. You've got to go twice a week and um, make sure that you're, not losing it, and that, you don't have survivor guilt or anything like that, or rage issues or anything, or, make sure that you're clear headed to go back to work and things like that. So, I mean, it can be interesting,
Yeah.
but it's fun. I enjoy it. I really enjoy it when it doesn't end lethal, but that's the best outcome. But I mean, if it has to go, it has to go.
The only, the only, uh, the only downfall I really, the only downfall I really see is that you don't get paid by the hour. You get paid by the job, don't you?
Yes.
So if you have to do a lot, do they uh, do they allow for like uh, oh, what's the word I want to use? Do they let you take and do vouchers for like gas and food and stuff like that, or hotel rooms if you got to go somewhere else, or is
Yeah,
that
we
the
we
own
get
pocket?
a yeah, we get an expense card. It's in my wallet, but
Or
um
that's the word I was looking for.
yeah, it
It's,
covers our expenses. And like when I'm on when I'm in on break for like the mental evaluation and everything, you get a stipend for that.
uh,
And you get paid for the job, for your time, and for ammo and fuel and all that stuff. Yeah, it's all expense paid, and you get a paycheck for it.
how often do you have to be recertified?
I have to be recertified every year.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. I didn't
No.
know if I know in some areas I've heard now, since I'm not in that line, I'd heard that some places do it every 3 to 6 months, and uh, and some of them do it every year or every other year.
Well, I have to log so many hours at the shooting range, and I have to show marksmanship. Um, and you have to keep track of that. You've got to show so many hours every month, and you got to show your marksmanship, and show your target that, yeah, I'm still accurate. And you have to have your weapons registered, and I have to renew every year, which means I have to go in and do my recertification, which shows my shooting skills. And then I
Uh,
have to take the written test for medical and written test for weapons. But yeah, it's every year.
mm, yeah. It sounds like you're in an interesting line.
Do what?
I said it sounds like you're in an interesting line of business.
It
You know,
can be. I've seen some funny stuff.
I'd say probably so.
I think my favorite was when I had to bring in somebody that had just gone completely crazy and they were running around town and they were waving a pistol and carrying on, and we tracked them down into a forest out here, and we had to bring them in, and they were butt naked.
Oh,
And they were, yeah, they were running around and they were claiming that the aliens told them to do it, and that they had put something in their brain that told them to go crazy and do it, and that if they were wearing clothes, then the aliens could track them. Yeah, that was fun. It was like, okay.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
Oh, heavens.
Yeah, that was quite interesting. It was like, okay, dude, we're over this. Yeah, I've seen some funny stuff though. Some real funny stuff. Like there was this one guy, ironically enough, it was up in
Hey, Patrick.
Tennessee, and he was claiming he was talking to his brother, and his brother told him that he needed to beat up anybody that talked to him. And again, he was butt naked, and he was talking to a rock.
Oh my.
Yeah. And his brother's name was Rocky. And I was like, oh God. I just can't deal with you. But anyway, I gotta go. Do what?
I said, it sounds like you had some wild times.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just when I think people can't get any dumber, they prove me wrong.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, I'm gonna run. I'm losing battery. I've got 4%, and I gotta go do the domestic dinner adulting thing.
Well,
Okay.
it's been good visiting with you, Carl. We'll talk to you.
Glad you got to come on here.
Oh, thank you for having me. I love coming on. It's fun every time.
Yeah, I'm going to try to shoot for Friday night
Okay.
for some trivia.
Okay. Sounds good.
Hey, real quick, are
Yeah.
you into television at all?
Are you into TV at all?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Because I'm trying to figure out. We're wanting to do one on like
50s,
maybe the 1950s to the 1990s.
50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s TV shows, TV trivia.
I can try it.
Well,
I can try it.
know. I'm going while Kitty's home tonight or whatever. I'm gonna ask them which
I'd be more into the 80s.
have the most, you know.
Yeah, I'd be more into like the 80s stuff, but anything below that, I'd be like, I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why I'm gonna try to make it fair for everybody, you know.
That works.
Cause
I can try it. I'm always up to try it. I'm a good guesser.
well, probably most of these people you know anyway that I'm thinking about doing it on. You know.
Okay.
Well, I'll let you go so you can save what little bit of time you got.
What you having good for dinner, Kendra?
All righty. Love you guys. Good night.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
What you having for dinner tonight, Kendra?
Oh, she back now in the chat?
Yeah. She's told me to tell you she loved you and
I love her too. I wanted to ask her how her leg was, but I reckon didn't come last year, did she?
Yeah. But I'm about 30 minutes. So we're gonna go about 30 minutes. I'm gonna go raid BB3, Beyond Beauty 3.
Beyond the beauty three.
Not sure yet. Thinking maybe raviolis and Caesar salad with garlic bread. It's sounding good to me right now.
Oh, heavens, that must be chicken.
Oh yes, we did get rain. We've had rain, thunder, lightning. About
30 minutes or so.
About 30 minutes or so ago. We ain't had none in the last 30 minutes or so now. I love you. Hey, Victoria.
Hello, Jim. Oh, I almost called you Jimmy. I got Jimmy on the brain. Hello, Kenneth. How are you today?
Doing all right. About yourself?
I'm eating French fries.
Eating French fries. I just got through eating 2 bologna sandwiches.
I just gonna say.
Are you doing it? Did you do a taste test?
Anything you want to.
I just now popped in.
I did it live here on camera. Live.
Did the taste test this time? I should go back and watch it. Don't tell
Well,
me.
it was. I was just eating supper. It was what I had for dinner. It was bologna sandwiches. Was bologna sandwiches with mustard and hot sauce.
Hello,
Hey,
Miss Sandra. I had to say hi to her.
that sounds good. Spicy sesame noodles with chicken. Patrick, you're making me hungry again.
I like the spicy noodle sound of it, but I don't eat meat, remember?
Yeah, I know.
I don't begrudge anybody for eating meat, though. That's a personal choice. I like animals, so I watch too
Well,
much.
I like a lot of fruits.
Have you not tried the vegetarian meats?
Have you not tried the vegetarian meats?
Yes, actually, I have, but I'm questioning it because it tastes too much like beef. And in my opinion, if they use beef flavoring, it's the same thing as eating beef. Because where do they get beef flavoring but from beef? And but I've eaten I think it's McDonald's or Burger King that has the Impossible Whopper.
It's Burger King.
Right. I've eaten their Impossible Whoppers and they're really good. I'm hoping that they don't use beef flavoring in it because I'll have to stop eating it if it does because I don't need animals. And to me, in my mind, even if it's a another type of material, if they still use the broth, it's still beef.
Yeah, well, I've heard a lot of people say that even though they're a vegetarian burger, that a lot of people complain that because they cook them on the grill, you know.
Oh, I've never thought of that. You just gave me another thought. I never thought about that, that they're actually cooking it on the same grill as they cook the meat on. So you're still, oh.
That's what I've heard some people say. That's what they complain about, and that's where they get the flavor. But I buy mine at a grocery store,
and to me, it
tastes just like a burger, but
it tastes just
any kind of fat or nothing.
if I could set the regular beef Whopper and the vegetarian Whopper, I doubt seriously I could tell you the difference unless somebody told me which one it was.
Are you gonna go to Jerry Holly's karaoke tonight?
I'm not sure if I'll get that far or not. What I usually do is I usually go to usually by now, Big Joe and Malia, they're usually on by now, but they were on earlier, so they're not going to be on today. So tonight I'm going to be going to BB3, Beyond Beauty 3, here in about 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to be going to Box Band D, I believe it is.
They're usually at Jerry's karaoke in the evening, so yeah, if they're gonna
Box
do
Band,
it,
Box Band D at 7, and then I usually go to Dan the Mountain Man at 8.
I think it was last week Sunday. BB3 sang on Jerry at Holly's Sunday Sunday night karaoke. Excuse me. Potato went the wrong way. And she's actually got a really pretty voice.
Oh, really, Patrick? I didn't know. I
Go
didn't
go
know.
to go to last Sunday's. I believe that's the one where BB3 is singing. And boy, I'm glad she did because she's got a pretty voice.
I remember him asking her on her show earlier in the evening last week.
Yeah, I think I don't know your guys' time, but here I think it's like between 7 and 8 in the evening here when he goes on.
I think it's usually 9 o'clock my time.
Yeah, but
Yes, we're still here, Techno.
Which part of the country is 50 in?
She's
I
up there
haven't.
near Washington and all that, up in there.
Washington State?
If I remember right, is that right, Victoria?
At your time, I don't know. It probably around 9 o'clock. It's late for some people.
I mean, you're.
What
Which
time
part of
is
the
it
country
right
are you
there?
in?
What time?
Oh,
What
what
part of the
time is it
country?
right now? It
Yeah,
is 2:37 p.m. right now.
2:37 p.m. your time.
Yeah.
So that's about 3 hours behind us. So she must be over in Iowa, Idaho,
I'm in
Montana,
Washington State,
Washington State. Okay.
right on the almost right next to Oregon.
Oh, okay. So that's 3 hours behind us.
Yeah. And Gina isn't far behind me because she's in, I believe, Idaho, right?
You talking about van life with Virginia
Yeah.
Payne?
Yeah.
She is actually in Ohio.
I thought she was in Oregon or Idaho, one of those two.
I think I'm maybe I don't remember.
And Burning Up the Road, also, I think Burning Up the Road is in Idaho. Or Burning Up the Roads, excuse me.
Yeah, I'm not sure to be honest with you.
Doing all that traveling stuff, it's one I anybody keep ahead on the time.
Yeah, there's so many channels, it's hard to keep up with all of them.
I like Kendra's videos. Is she the one, Kendra? I'm not sure. Is she the lady that does the like handicap videos for like the parks and stuff?
No. That's Susan.
Okay.
That's Susan at New Horizons.
Oh, okay. I get it. Sometimes. What is Kendra? What is Kendra's videos about?
She hasn't really put out any new videos here lately. Her phone's been messed up,
Is
but
she
I
not?
think
She just gets in on the chats and stuff.
but she has put out some videos, but it's been like from years ago and stuff. She hasn't put any
So
new
more or
ones
less,
out.
she's gone back to being like non-content. She's just a very sweet lady that goes and gives other people subs and bells and time, right?
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
That I appreciate
She
people
said
like that.
she said that when she gets her new phone that she's gonna start vlogging, start doing videos again and stuff. But
Are you still using your phone? Did you ever get your laptop fixed?
that's what I'm using my laptop right now.
Awesome. What was the problem?
Somehow the power button got broke. I don't know how because I never use it. I never use it. I never use the power
Maybe
button.
that's how it got broke because you never use it.
I always this is a laptop that's set to it's set to cut itself on when you open the lid, and then you just when you're done go down here to your start button down here, click
Uh-huh.
click on the power button down there. You got restart, sleep, and shut down, and I just click on shut
Yeah,
down. Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
Yeah, and that's how I turn mine off too. I
but
just close it down.
yeah. Of course, I can just all of a sudden just close this all the way down. It'll cut itself off too. So, but I
You know
never.
what? I don't know about that because the other day, if you watched my one of my lives, I
Yeah,
didn't realize I did not realize that I didn't turn off the live feed up there on the top right corner. I didn't
yeah,
hit it. I forgot because I was trying to rush over to somebody's site. I forget who it was, but I was trying to rush over there and I totally forgot to turn that off. And I
yeah,
was like, my husband kept telling me, "Well, you're still live, it's saying you're still live, but it's black screen." So I've got a bunch of black screen because I didn't realize what I had done. And I even shut my computer off and then restarted everything, signed back in and everything. When I did that, I was still live.
yeah,
So turning off your computer if you're live, it won't turn off your live. You'll just get a black screen. I found out the hard way.
yeah.
When you go out StreamYards and everything, you close down, don't you?
When I go out of StreamYards and everything, I just end broadcast and then leave studio.
Yeah. See, but that's what I forgot the other day. I was in such a rush to get to the other person's live that I forgot to hit end live stream.
Mm.
And it wasn't clicking, so I turned my computer completely off and everything, thinking if I turned it off, it would stop that live stream, but it didn't. It was still live. Uh, so I had to find it, go back into it, and turn off the live stream.
Yeah.
But
That's
I'm I'm eating, and I plan on going Jerry Holly. I try to go on there at least once on every time it comes on. It's fun. But so I'm gonna let you go. Hopefully,
oh,
you can
okay.
get somebody up there to talk to you. But I'm gonna let you go so I can finish eating, not in front
What
of
are you
everybody.
having? What are you having besides French fries?
I show you. You're gonna laugh. A half of a Hershey bar.
Half of a Hershey bar. Uh,
Yeah.
uh, I got one. I got one of them.
And then,
I got a new Kit Kat bar over here.
yeah,
It's
I might
supposed to
come up
be.
with something else
It's
other
supposed
than
to be. It's
bar,
supposed to
but
be like apple pie flavor. Apple pie
yeah.
flavor Kit Kat bar.
I've got what size is those ice creams? A quart. I bought him a quart of Rocky Road ice cream and me a quart of Rocky Road ice cream. It'll usually last us a while because we just kind of eat little bits of it and then put it away. And it's kind of like me. I mean, I shared half my candy bar with my husband because he
Yeah.
just got off work. But I'm gonna let you go, and I hope to see you at Jerry's. He
All
needs the
right.
time. He's really needing the time. So if whoever is got the time to go over and just watch some of Jerry's videos and lives and stuff, he really needs it. He's not he's got the 1,000, but he doesn't have the time. He needs people to watch.
Needs the
So
watch hours, don't it?
exactly. And it's the opposite for Daydream about nice things. He's got the watch hours, but he needs subs. So whoever you can send a Daydream, that would
Yeah.
help Daydream. So,
Yeah.
all right. Thank you for having me up here. You
Thanks
have
for
a good
coming
day.
on. You're welcome here anytime. All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Here,
Oh me. Uh, I would, Patrick, but I just would not have the time to even play it or whatnot.
what's that?
A game console.
Oh, no.
But but yeah, about 10 more minutes uh I'm gonna shut this live stream down and we'll go raid BB3. Good evening, Gypsy Vanilla Gorilla. I don't know if I'd be able to post the link to BB3 in the chat or not. Oh, thank you, thank you. Uh, does anyone know if I can post the link to BB3's channel or not, or do I have to let one of the moderators do it? Okay. I made Gypsy Vanilla Gorilla a moderator for my channel.
I thought you already done that.
No, I hadn't yet.
Oh. I thought you did it the other day. So last week.
You're a mod now, Gypsy Vanilla Gorilla. Yeah, Beyond Beauty 3 is who we're gonna go raid after this live stream. And then I'm gonna go raid them after. Yep. Gonna go raid here in about 10 minutes. So, yeah, well, she's not gonna be live until 6 o'clock anyway. Thanks for doing that. So did everyone have a good 4th of July? No, you you said on. He's Techno says he sat on his hind end all day for the morning. We had church cookout. We had hamburgers, hot dogs, potato salad, macaroni salad, baked beans, potato chips, some
kind of cheesecake.
we had homemade cheesecake and some other desserts. Had watermelon. No, it was all good. It's been a good while since I had a hamburger, so I was in the mood for a hamburger. So, oh, been rearranging the house this weekend, and yesterday was your rest day. Oh, okay, Techno. Mm. See, I got StreamYards on my PC and I got YouTube on my phone here. Yeah. It's I like eating stuff like that. I'm not sure if they had any leftovers today or not. Um, because I know you gotta be careful with mayonnaise and stuff like that out in the heat, you know. It got like the 98, 90, 90, 95 yesterday, something like that. Somewhere around there. No, we didn't have watermelon balls. We that we had them like in slices. Is the way they cut. Is the way they had the watermelon there. They didn't have them shaped up into a ball. I've been trying to figure out. I've heard several people talk about pickled watermelon rinds. I've been trying to see where I can find some of them at, and so I could try them because I like pickled. I like pickles, and I like watermelon. And I've heard several people say that pickled watermelon rinds are good. But see, I've never had them, so you know, so I couldn't tell you if they were good or not. Somebody mentioned pickled something or other yesterday, and I can't remember what it was that that she said. You've never tried them? Me neither. But
When somebody asks you about pickled pig's feet around,
no, pickled asparagus. I've never tried that either. I do like asparagus, so you might you.
pickled green beans.
I've had pickled green beans. Ashtoon's travels. He's the one that got me on the pickled green bean kick, and I do like those. I do like pickled green beans. So, but you did give me a good thought about trying pickled asparagus. Next time I have asparagus, I'll see if I can't put some vinegar on it and see if I can't find some that's maybe already in the pickle juice itself or something. Oh, you'll bring us some? Okay.
What's that?
You're gonna bring me some pickled asparagus.
Oh, on next month.
I guess when
At the meeting.
at the meetup, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, It's 6 o'clock, and yeah, you have to meet up. I was waiting for BB3's live to come up. Okay, she's live now. So let's go raid BB3. Thanks everybody for coming on. Thanks to all my mods. And I will see you next video. Bye, guys.
And get closed down.
Okay. Gonna get to work. Talk to you. Yeah. Gonna talk to you later, Techno. Thanks for coming on, Techno. Bye, guys.